Welcome back to BT and good morning. One issue that we cannot see, unfortunately, on the 400 has just popped up. It's on the southbound 400 approaching King Road, where we have a right lane blocked off with a collision. Emergency crews are on their way to that scene there. MTO has been notified about this, and we're looking at delays approaching that collision. So do be mindful of that heading out of the Barrie and Innisfil areas heading towards King Road. Other than that, we're just looking at some volume on the southbound 400 moving further along towards the 401. What we can see is some delays on the southbound 400 heading towards that ramp to the eastbound 401. Heading to the southbound 410, it's not bad, but starting to slow from Sandalwood to Queen out of Brampton. And then we're looking at delays on this ramp to the eastbound 401. And the southbound 427 is also starting to build heading towards the Gardner. That's that ramp there. So all in all, it's an all right drive, but those delays, they are starting to build. All in all, though, it's pretty great conditions on the road. So over to you, Frankie.
Yeah, and I want you to enjoy today. Here's an early look for tomorrow night. Jurassic Park, of course. Game time tomorrow night for game number 6 is at 9 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, as people will be heading their way into Jurassic Park. At that time, we have a risk of some thunderstorms, and it looks like we're going to see that wrap up during the game, right around tip-off. And then we'll see cool, cloudy conditions as the game kind of rolls away. Temperatures of 11 degrees. Don't worry, we're going to roll into celebrations for tomorrow. Let's take a look at what we have. So as we were mentioning, dry conditions today, still enjoying that high pressure. This is what we're watching right now, that area of low pressure, and with that active weather moving its way towards Toronto for tomorrow. This morning, beautiful conditions out there, not a cloud in the sky. Temperatures right now up at Pearson at about 12. We have 4 up in Muskoka. Winds are going to be a little breezy through the afternoon, 20 to 40. Temperatures very comfortable, about 23. Some afternoon cloud after we see the morning sunshine. Tomorrow, very unsettled conditions with some rain, about 5 to 10 millimeters. Risk of thunderstorms. Temperatures cooler at 18, and continuing unsettled for Friday with a risk of showers and a high of 22. That's a look at your forecast. Over to you, Mel.
All right, thank you, Frankie. From the streets now, police investigating after a parked car was found riddled with bullet holes. This is in the Keele and Shepherd area. Police received reports of up to 4 to 5 shots. Last night around 11 o'clock, officers arrived. They found multiple shell casings and this damaged vehicle, but it appears that no one was inside at the time of the shooting. So far, no word on suspects. And have a look at this. A hydro pole snapped in half, wires just dangling after this crash in the Keele and Flamborough Road area. Police got this call just after 9:30 last night. Initially, they couldn't find the driver. The male motorist was located, suffering non-life-threatening injuries. No word yet on charges. Cutbacks that could impact over 36,000 employees, 582 schools, and 246,000 students. That was the focus of a meeting at the Toronto District School Board last night. The board looking at partial cuts in several areas, including school bus transportation, plus possible participation fees downloaded to students and parents for some programs. Reductions could also hit senior staffing and administration. The school board learned late last Friday that provincial funding cuts could top $42 million. Let's get to world news now. Violence breaking out near the Hong Kong Legislative Building this morning. Thousands of protesters upset over a controversial extradition bill that could be passed in little over a week. Riot police fighting back after protesters tried to storm the building, tossing an array of objects at them. The police using pepper spray and batons to get this crowd to back up. The protesters upset the government is considering a law which would send fugitives back to China, where laws and punishment are more strict. These are the largest protests Hong Kong has seen since the UK handed the territory back to Beijing. We'll be watching this story here through the morning.